We've officially reached peak clown world. Video games in 2024 have gone from being fun escapes from reality to corporate megaphones for political agendas. The days of losing yourself in fantastical worlds have been replaced by lectures from digital soapboxes. And the root of this problem? It's often the developers and writers being hired by top studios, people with more passion for equity checklists than crafting memorable characters or compelling gameplay. And with the modern invention of the always online live service model reaching millions of impressionable teenagers and young adults has become extremely easy for companies like Disney, Nintendo, Activision, and EA. For these companies, it's become a battlefield for influence in an attention economy. And I think it's because of this new online model that many woke games come charging forward in an effort to separate gamers from these franchises. But it's really embarrassing when they fail and flop hard, like in the case of the live service game Concord that was launched by Sony and Firewalk Studios a couple months ago. This is an example of what happens when politics overshadow playability. Gamers aren't looking to be lectured while trying to play a video game. They're trying to have fun, and it's because of crap games like Dustborn and Tales of the Shire that many people have tried to come forward with solutions to fixing or removing political content in gaming. Like a couple weeks ago, I ran into a tweet about a calculator for determining the wokeness level of a Steam game, and while I think that's a valiant and novel solution, it's just not sustainable for the long run because this crap isn't going to leave the gaming industry anytime soon. But the solution I found to be the most laughable comes from Elon Musk, charging in like some kind of tech savior with an option nobody asked for: AI gaming studios. I can't believe that we've officially entered a crazy timeline where the richest people on planet Earth think the solution to the problems of the gaming industry is to invest into AI. Yes, that's right. Instead of creating novel and interesting experiences, Elon wants to feed us generic, boilerplate gaming worlds through XAI. Through a recent tweet, too many game studios that are owned by massive corporations. XAI is going to start an AI gaming studio to make games great again. This is just pure delusion at its finest. There's no way that Elon Musk actually typed that out without a massive smirk on his face, because that has to be the most out-of-touch tweet I have seen in my life. This has to be satire. It's simply ironic that the CEO of the biggest corporation on the planet thinks the solution to remove political agendas in gaming is to get his big corporate political agenda evolved. I guess it's like fighting fire with fire, but in this case, garbage with more garbage. It's really such a ridiculous announcement, and I think it just shows how far companies like Tesla and X are willing to go to milk their customers. AI isn't a magic wand for creating amazing games, it's just a cookie cutter machine that copies other cookie cutters. Elon is obviously trying to play whatever side he can get on to make more money, and I think it's really pathetic that he believes XAI will attract an audience. If we take a look at what currently exists, we already have a couple of examples of what a fully AI-generated slop game looks like. One of the first of its putrid kind being Google's crack at it with their AI model called Game Engine, which creates the popular 90s shooter Doom. In a horrific display, we can see what looks like a fever dream of the iconic FPS, where any sudden movement or turns can completely change the game. Nothing is consistent, and walking too close to walls or platforms can cause the engine to shit its pants. And this is because the AI model is trying to generate the game frame by frame as you quote-unquote play. The game isn't actually happening. It's more like a movie with some code to detect whenever you press a key or button, and the AI tries its best to generate the next frame based on a massive amount of data. It presents itself as a video game when in reality, it's a scary illusion that tricks us into seeing what isn't there, and let's be honest, this really isn't looking fun or playable at all. We can take another example and see what a modern first-person shooter being generated by AI looks like. This is Counter-Strike being generated by another model, and it looks far worse than our previous example. Nothing makes sense in this footage. It's a morphing dichotomy of CS every time you take a step or move. Consistency just doesn't exist in this game. It maybe looks cool for half a second until you phase into another dimension. You could probably fool your grandma into believing you were playing Counter-Strike, but for the everyday person, this looks like unplayable slop. Speaking of which, AI Minecraft has also hit the scene, and I think this is by far the worst out of these examples. This is fucking mind-bending. Minecraft is already in pixel, and now I have to worry about morphing pixels that turn into new landmasses, biomes, and even the nether. Minecraft's charm is its simplicity. Its blocky pixelated aesthetic has stood the test of time, but AI turns that charm into a nightmare. It makes zero sense to create AI Minecraft or CS or Doom because these are unplayable. These examples prove a simple point. AI can't create games. It generates illusions of games, soulless imitations without coherence or creativity. And here's the kicker. Even if AI improves, it still won't capture what makes games magical. Great games come from the passion and imagination of the people behind them. And who's to say that the best in new AI technology won't arrive at the biggest studios? They'll be first in line to replace employees with Game Engine or any other slop AI model if they think gamers will bend over and accept it. AI doesn't dream up groundbreaking ideas. It doesn't take risks. It doesn't care about creating a game that moves people, that becomes a cultural touchstone. It just recycles data from the past and slaps a new coat of paint on it. If we allow AI to take over game development will be stuck with the same repetitive slop, rebranded over and over. Game development is an art form, a multimedia experience that combines visual storytelling and gameplay in a way that no other medium can. It's not something you can just automate. AI might be good at generating assets or NPC dialogue, but it will never replace real creativity that drives innovation. Elon Musk's AI gaming studios are a distraction at best. If we want better games, we don't need more algorithms. We need more talented, passionate developers who care about crafting worlds that inspire and entertain. Let's stop pretending AI is the solution to every problem and start valuing the people who make gaming great. Well, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, please consider leaving a thumbs up and comment your thoughts. Thank you again for watching, and as always, have a good one.